Okay. What's going on, everybody? We got it live and direct. This beautiful Friday. What's everybody got going on in the world? I always ask that and never get no response, but I'm gonna ask anyways. You know how that goes. It's supposed to be storms later where I'm at, but right now, man, I'm soaking up the sunlight. Feeling good, feeling great. It's Friday, end of the work week. We going positive vibes only. Tell me something positive up in this thing. That's all I'm trying to hear. Yeah, man. You ain't seen already, go check them out. Sober. That was a pretty good video. Just for winging it, basically. Still new to the whole YouTube thing, so talking to a camera is not the easiest thing for me to do. I'm more of a real in-person type of talker. But I'm getting a little better. That's all we can do is try to get a little better every day. It might take me years before I get excellent, but then also, with the way where I was raised and how my mindset was for so long, like I'm still trying to change my ways of talking because I do have a very vulgar way of talking sometimes. And I'm trying to expand my vocabulary and not use so many cuss words and vulgar things that I say. So when you hear me stutter sometimes, it's probably because I was going to cuss or, I'm thinking of a better word to use because, it's how we grow. Trying to read a couple books, find some new words, research the word, Google the word, see what the word is, and then from there, I shouldn't probably do this. I got some morning coffee. My morning coffee's making my stomach bubble. And where I'm at right now, there's no bathroom, so kind of SOL. But yeah, how's everybody doing today? Man, out here support my wife, doing the husband thing, and just trying to chop it up with y'all. I'm kind of bored. I gotta wait for a minute for her to handle her business, so figured I'd come in here and say what's up, see what everybody's got going on today, what you guys got planned for this weekend. Hopefully there's something positive and fun. Man, I've been dying for this warm temperature to come back. I don't know about y'all, but where I'm at, it was a long, cold winter. We get every season where I'm at. I'm right in the middle of the Midwest in America, and we get every season. And just that winter season, man, it kills me. Yeah, what up, Code? He said poop. Man, if I could, I would. But, yeah, man, that winter is stupid long, man. I hate the winter. I'm a tropical person, I guess, at heart or in my soul or whatever. I should be definitely, as soon as my kids are grown and leave the birds' nest, as they say, then I'm definitely moving somewhere south. Goals and plans and goals. Ain't it kind of weird how some people like live in the same, like their whole family has just lived in the same city their whole life. They've never moved. They've never traveled. Like, especially where I'm from I grew up in a poverty-stricken area, and like a lot of people just don't have the finances to ever even go to like the beach or go do anything like fun in life. They just are stuck. Hey, what's going on, John? What's going on? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day on this Friday. Getting through the work week. It's all downhill from here, baby. Unless you work in the weekends like I typically do. This weekend I'm not, so I said I'm gonna take the weekend off and be with my family and go outside and do something fun and active. And I don't care if it's just walking around. I want your gold chains, bro. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, I'll sell them to you. How much? Money talks. Money talks, bullshit walks. Ain't that what they say? But nah, yeah, man, I'm just enjoying life right now. Took the day off. I had some errands I gotta run. I'm My bad. The sun's right in my face. I'm work when I'm called up. I work when I'm called up. Oh, you're on call? Hey, and that'd be awesome. I think that's what you mean by that. 5 grand. All right, cash at me. I got you. I only paid 600 each for them. So yeah, they're real though. They're just, I got a good deal on them. I love gold. Y'all ever seen Austin Powers? That gold member? That's what it reminds me of. I love gold. That was a funny movie. I need to rewatch that. I haven't seen it. I haven't watched any movies in a long time. I've been so focused on just like, I don't see how people have time to sit around and watch movies. I got coworkers and stuff all the time. They're like, hey bro, did you see the new TV series that came out, or the new movie that came out, or the new this or new that? And I love going to the movies, don't get me wrong. I love a good movie, but man, it's hard. Yeah, man, people, it's definitely difficult for me. I don't know. I got kids. I work out. Like there's like I got so many things that I do. That's like I try to help out cleaning the house and like keeping up with the lawn and like I like to play a video game here and there, but I barely get time to do that. Like I let down my gaming friends all the time because they're like, bro, you want to play it? I'm like, I wish. Like I gotta do this. Like I gotta take out the trash. I gotta make sure I gotta go grocery store. Like life be lifing, y'all. I got kids t-ball right now. I got all kinds of stuff going on. So, but yeah, but by the time it's time to lay down and watch a movie, I'm like falling asleep. I'm like I can barely get through the first like 30 minutes of a movie. But I got friends all the time. They're like, yeah, bro, I watch this. I'm like, how do you have time? Do you not do laundry? Do you not cut your grass? You should try my job. What do you do, man? Hey, I'm always looking for some networking. I'm definitely down to network. My wife works remote from home, and man, I get jealous of her all the time because I work outside in all the elements. Cattle? Hey, I'd work on a farm. That'd be awesome. We actually have a lot of farms around here where I'm at. I'm in the Midwest, and there's a lot of farms, but like, I've never had like, I was never raised around farmers, so like, it's one of those things like you feel like you're gonna get judged if you like go. Like if I just go like, what am I supposed to do? Just go walk up to at Fort Worth Stockyards. Down in Texas, you in Texas? Hey, I'd love to move to Texas. That'd be fun. The heat don't bother me. Like some people just cry when it's 70 degrees. I'm like, bro, I love this, especially if the long cold winter we had. It was like 20 degrees every day for months. It was like gloomy skies. Like, oh man, it was the worst. I hate wearing all them layers. But yeah, man, if I could work on a farm, like that's what I would love to do. Right now, I work in a corporate world. And I cannot stand working in a corporate world. It's like, it's the worst. If I could work for like a mom and pop farm, like that'd be so awesome. Like, cause I'm not even from, like I'm really from the ghetto. And so like, I've never, but I've seen the country and stuff too. So I know it's hard work and it's, that's my kind of thing. Like I'd rather work for somebody who like takes care of their stuff and like has pride in their business. I'd rather work for a small business owner that takes pride, but unfortunately those don't really pay unless you know somebody. And man, you got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, and then hopefully they give you a chance to show yourself. I mean, I got a proven track record of success, so but you think just ask if I just go up to like a farmer's like house, it's one of those uncomfortable things because you don't know whether they're gonna freak out and be like, get the hell off my lawn now, and pull out a shotgun, or are they gonna, you know what I mean? Especially like, obviously I wouldn't wear the gold chains and stuff. I'd go up there and try to be professional as possible, wear like a collared shirt or something, shake their hand, ask them what they need help. RNS always needs help. How much does it pay? Decent? Or now you said you only get called when they call you up. Like, what does that mean? Are you like, you only gotta like tend to the cattle like ever so often, or like how does that work? NRS. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, I live in Illinois, so I don't know if they have one of those around here, but I can look into it. I want to work with people that take pride in their work, that are like hard workers, you know? Not people that are just doing it for a paycheck, or like obviously we all do it for a paycheck. I don't want to work nowhere for crumbs and break my back. A show cowboy. Hey, that'd be fun. All right, okay, the NSR, okay. So is that like because we got the PBR. Is this something like a PBR? Like were you like riding on rodeo or something? Are you just like, I don't know. You have to explain to what a show cowboy is. You think I would know, but I don't. I'm always down to learn new things, though. That's why I like getting on live and meeting new people, man. It's awesome. I love meeting new people and learning stuff. So, hey, you talk about being a cowboy. I mean, that sounds like it'd be fun. Especially you getting paid to do something you love. Like, that's my biggest thing, man. Like, I I fell short in that department. I'm trying to, like, really figure that problem out in life. It's a roper show. Okay, cool. Okay, I know what you mean now. Like with the lasso, and you got to throw it around their legs or whatever, or around their horns. Like lasso and bulldogging. Okay, yeah. Oh man, that'd be cool. Hey, I have to come check you out sometime, man. Let me get a few more followers on here and get monetized. If I get 1,000 subscribers, I can start getting a little paycheck on here. And maybe I could save up some money. Like I said, man, life be life, and I work like damn near every weekend to get the overtime, because overtime's so good. But then it's like I'm missing out on life, so it's like you're trying to find that balance. But man, everything keeps going up, so it's like I rarely get enough time to save up some money. You know, I'm good with my finances, don't get me wrong, so I can save up. But anytime I get some extra money to go on vacation, the first thing I'm thinking about is going to a beach. But man, I'd love to go to a rodeo sometime. Maybe if you ever have a show in the St. Louis area, let me know. I'll come show some support. I like going and seeing new things, like especially things that I've never like been around. You would think, because I lived in the ghetto my whole life, like I wouldn't like that kind of stuff, but it interests me. Other people's like way of living interests me. Like meeting new people interests me. Like I like getting on here and meeting people around the world that, you know, just tell me different things they do, and bulldogging stuff. Okay, yeah. Okay. Hey, as long as you're doing something you love, man, you're winning. That's all I'm saying. Like right now I'm currently in a place that, you know, it's good. It's a good job. It's, you know, it's security. It's job security. Like we worked all through the pandemic. We never didn't work. And so that was a good thing. You know, my bosses are cool. You know, it's not the only thing that I don't like. It's not something I wanted to, like, I love to do. It's not like yeah. So I'd rather have a job where or career, you know, doing something you love to do would be just, man, that's the ultimate goal for me. It's something that I could wake up, be happy to go do, I don't care about hard work, busting my ass, man. That's something that does not bother me, as long as it's something that I'm loving to do. Like, because then it's not work, right? If you love what you're doing, it's not, we never work a day in your life. And like, that's at least what they say. Because I've had jobs before where I actually like doing it and I love doing it, and you know, I miss that stuff. Because even like, I used to roof back in the day, and man, roofing was a beast. Like, it was awesome because I worked with a crew of like my best friends. So every day I got to see my best friends. We're all making money together. we're getting a workout, we're getting a free tan, we're getting a free workout, we're getting paid to do it, we're hanging out, we're laughing, we're cutting up. Like, it was one of the best times ever. But just roofing in general sucked. Like, if I had a roof on a crew with people that weren't like talking or having fun, or like, if it wouldn't have been with my best friends, it would have sucked, and I wouldn't have did it, because I didn't get paid very much at all to do it. You ride beside the bull and jump off the horse and grab the bulls of the horn and pull and twist. Yeah, you doing some stuntman John. Hey, have you ever got hurt from doing that, dude? Like, that seems like if you miss and that bull comes at you and starts, man, I feel like you can get injured real quick doing that. You got to be real, but hey, you got to have balls too. So I know you got balls. So hey, you're in the right place, because, you know, it's all manly men, family men, and hard workers and people that got balls on this channel. Or, you know what I mean. I got women on my channel too that are hard workers and family women, and not just men on here. So shout out to everybody that's liked, comment, or subscribed on any of my videos, man. All I do is try to, if you're new to this channel, all I try to do is promote positivity. There's a lot of negativity going on in the world. I figured I'd start a YouTube channel and try to like shine some light, because, you know, I got young children growing up in this world, and I don't want them to, you know, because a lot of people say, oh, you know, it's over with. It's over with. Like, evil is coming for us all, or whatever. You know, negativity is just consuming everybody. And I'm like, you got to at least fight back. You got to try to get, you know, with all the darkness, you got to try to shine some light out there. So that's all I try to do. You know, I used to be, all right, bro, I'll holler at you later. Hey, subscribe to the channel if you want to. Double tap the screen, hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, holler at me next time you're on live, or I'm on live, or, you know, I'll go to your channel, I'll follow you back too, so that way I can see what you got going on. If you posted any videos about doing what you're doing on the lassoing and the bulldogging, then that'd be fun to watch. I'd go to your channel and follow it. So but yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. Doing something you love, man. I'm glad he got on there. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just run across random people that can spark something, man, because life is too short. People don't realize how fast life goes. Like, until you have like kids for real, I think that's when you really realize, because one moment they're a baby, next minute they're running around telling you what they're gonna do and what they're not gonna do. And, you know, like, it's the best like thing in the world to have kids. Like, if you don't have kids, I suggest you have some, but make sure you pick the right person now, because we all know what could happen if you don't. It's gonna be a long dark road. But having a kid is so worth it, man. There's nothing I would change in the world for having my kids. But, you know, the only thing that sucks for me right now in my life, everything is pretty good. I just wish, like I said, I had a passion for what I did at my career. You know, it's a good career, pays well, people are cool. It's just the job itself is not what I envisioned myself doing with my life, you know, because it's like I'm feeling the powers that be that own the company. I'm feeling their purpose and like lining their pockets. And yeah, they do pay good, and the insurance is good, and the 401k is good, and all that stuff. But like, I'm not fulfilling my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because I do a job, and the job gets done, but I'm not benefiting nobody in life. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not like I like helping people that might be going through hard times, because I never had anybody to help me. So whenever I like get on here, man, that's all I like. That's why I started this YouTube channel, because I'm like, now I feel like I'm doing something that I really enjoy doing. Not that I want to, you know, just be a full-time content creator. It would be awesome, but like just helping people. Like I told, when I first started my channel, I said, man, if I could just help one person. And I've already had multiple people reach out to me. It hasn't been like millions of people, but I've helped out a couple of people here and there that said, hey man, I listened to your video, and then, you know, I started dieting, or I started working out, or I got, you know, I cut back on the alcohol, or I got sober, or, you know, I was going through a tough time, and your video uplifted me and motivated me. and then that feels so good. So I've already accomplished that goal. Then I wanted to get 50 subscribers so I could go live and accomplish that goal. And, you know, so now my next goal is to get 1,000 and get monetized, because obviously, if I'm helping people, that's all good. But, it would be awesome to get a little check from YouTube for, doing what you love doing, spreading positivity. Like, that would be the ultimate dream, to actually like get full-time, like being a full-time, like basically, like, I wouldn't call myself a counselor, but just like a real person that people can come to, to get paid for people to come to me with their problems and vent to me and have a shoulder. Because, sometimes like people just need a person to vent to, or they need a shoulder to cry on, or, and there's not a lot of that out here, because it's looked upon as weak, or you got to go to therapy, and then you go to, you go get these therapists that probably have never been through what you've been through. So it's like, it's hard for them to give you they give you generic advice, that they don't give you real life experience advice. They give you generic advice that they read from a book, or whatever they got taught in school to get their little certificate that says they're a counselor or a therapist. And it's like, and if for the people that it works for, hey man, more power to you. I hope. What up, man? Hey, what's up, bro? How's it going? Y'all ain't nobody chopping each other's heads off yet, are they? I'm sitting out here in the parking lot, bro, just, waiting to see what happens. I couldn't really go in because, there ain't no point. I just been sitting there, and I wouldn't have been able to be on my phone or nothing. So I was like, I'll just wait out here. But I appreciate you for stopping through. Hopefully everything, I didn't crumb you too bad. Hold it against me too much. But yeah, man, I'm just talking to all kinds of people about different things. So whatever y'all want to talk about, let's chop it up. Like I said, I'm on here for y'all to vent to me. Y'all got something I want to talk about. You got something going on right now. Hey. All right, cool. Makes me feel better. Just take your time. That's all there is to it, Don't let nothing, like we talk about all the time, don't let nothing frustrate you or get to you and nothing like that. Ain't worth it. You got to protect your energy at all costs. You seen that video I posted last night that was like, distance yourself from negativity. You got to distance yourself. And we were just talking about that. Like, people that are, bringing any type of negative energy your way, and they're going to be like that. They're not going to change. Even if you say something to them or argue with them or stoop to their level. So it's like, just get away from them. And then, oh, well, why is he not? Or, why is he acting like, no, I'm protecting my energy. What do you mean? So, and if they can't respect that, then they weren't meant to be around you anyways, because, man, like, I get tired of people trying to like judge people for them trying to better themselves. Like, what kind of loser judges somebody for wanting to better themselves? Especially if you're a type of person, now if you're a judgmental person and you're like, I'm better than you and you need to do this or you need to do that, and you're trying to tell people what to do and think you're all high and mighty and stuff, like, that's where, okay, I could see you getting some like backlash. But a person that's like me, I don't tell nobody what to do. I just encourage people to try, different things, or live a different type of way. Like I don't judge nobody. If somebody tells me, nah, man, I want to drink every day, I love drinking, then I'm like, hey, as long as you ain't hurt nobody, go for it, But for the people that get mad at me for trying to, spread the word about sobriety, like, they could kick rocks, and I guarantee them won't say nothing to my face, because they'll get snapped on. So, like we say, man, don't entertain them type people, because guess what? Wolves don't listen to the opinion of sheep. Remember that. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful day. It's supposed to be storms later. That's why you got to enjoy it now. I know not when you're outside working in the heat. For all y'all that got to work outside. I was talking about this yesterday. I love the heat, man. When I'm sweating, I know that I'm burning some calories. I'm getting rid of some toxins in my body. Beef with sheepdogs. Now, I'm pretty sure a wolf would eat a sheepdog. I don't know. Them sheepdogs, I've never been around a sheepdog, so I don't know. That's a good possibility, but what's up? How you doing, guy that comments? I appreciate you coming in here and commenting. That's a funny name. I like that. Shout out to guy that comments. Who got keep me interactive, man. Let me know what you got going on. But yeah, hey, I'm with it. I'm with the good conversation, a debate, a positive. I'm not gonna argue with nobody. That's not something you ever get out of me. But I'll definitely have a good conversation with somebody, whatever you want to talk about. But I'm just on here trying to hopefully make a positive day. Maybe somebody I'll get on here that's having a bad day and want to talk about it and vent a little bit and tell me some stuff that's going on, and I could try to help them, encourage them to, get away from that negativity, because it's so easy to get roped into the negativity. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all got people around you, like let's just say you wake up and you're in a good mood, and as soon as you get to where you're going, like work or around a certain person, or you go through the drive-thru, you could be going through the drive-thru at McDonald's and then the worker's just rude as hell to you. Like, it's inevitable that it's going to be around, because a lot of people just are miserable in their own life, so they just want to, instead of bettering themselves or trying to be better, they just want to bring you down. They want to make sure, like, and then I'm the type of person, I don't know about y'all, but I'm the type of person that, like, and I'm trying not to be like this, but I harbor that in. Like, when I know somebody was like rude to me, but I gotta humble myself. It's like a big thing I've been working on. It's like humbling myself. Let's just say I go through the drive-thru and the worker's rude to me. After I said I was polite to them, hey, how you doing? And blah blah blah, and they're just rude. And then I don't say anything, or I try to leave them even with positive. I'm like, all right, well, you have a good day. But then I'll leave the drive-thru, and then I'll just think about I'll hold that in, like, man, how rude was that person? Like, why are they so rude? Like, why are people so, like, down? But we know what it is. Let's see, he said the sheep are inherently retarded, but occasionally when you bump heads, it might be a sheepdog. Yeah, I don't know what that means. You have an OnlyFans? Nah, I don't have an OnlyFans. Tyler fam, I know for real. I'm wondering too, bro. Hella sexy. Y'all ask. Hey, y'all on some weird. Nah, I'm just playing. Hey, worst comes to worst, if I had to, I would. I told my old lady she needs to. I'm married, y'all. But I told my old lady she needs to start one. Everybody else doing it, but we got kids and stuff, and last thing we need is some kids at school to see, you know what I mean? Like, when you get into like high school and stuff, you don't want people to be making fun of your kid, like, oh, your mom's got an OnlyFans. But yeah, I do got a beautiful wife that I know she can make some good money on there. And she's got a mom bod, but I think people would like a mom bod on OnlyFans. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Y'all like, I've never even been on OnlyFans, but I know there's like models and stuff on there that kind of show themselves off or play with themselves, or do all kinds of like weird stuff. But I don't know. I know there's some like chicks that just be on there with their clothes. They don't even like get unclothed. I know, right? What y'all think? Y'all think a mom bod would sell? I mean, she ain't totally out of shape. She's still a petite mom bod. She just ain't like ripped or nothing like the gym like type people, but big dad bod though. Nah, I ain't got no dad bod, bro. I be working out. Don't let this little t-shirt fool. I'm on a cut right now, so I'm not as big as I was. But yeah, I'm a fit dad bod. Nah, bro, don't push your girl to do that. I had a good chance of being that tight, but I'm glad I don't let my impulsivity get the best of me. Nah, I didn't push her to do anything. I would never push her to do whatever. But you know, it's just one of those things. It's like getting on YouTube and trying to be positive. Like, if I get on here and I try to spread positivity, people don't want to hear that crap. They're like, man, get out of here, man. Because they, instead of like maybe listening to me and getting something from what I'm saying and trying to apply that, and maybe like, he's right. I do need to just let the sun hit me and put a smile on my face and say hi to some random person, or like, you know, hold the door open for somebody, or not be rude to people. You know, I'm not saying sit here and be like, oh, like, and be like this, like super duper, like, oh my God, positivity, oh my God, like super hyper like person. But some people are just flat out rude. And that's because they probably don't get snapped on as much as they need to get snapped on. That's what we were talking about yesterday. About like, I made a video on like how to control your anger. And like, that's because like humble people like me and other people that I know, we hold it in and we don't match energy. You know, some people do match energy. And that's when you see people arguing and fighting, and nobody wins in that situation. But like me, I feel like I want to, like, it's both. It's such a balance for me, because I don't want to match anybody's energy, because then it's just it's like they're winning. You know, you allowed them to take you out of your you know, zone that you were in, your positivity zone. Now you're being negative and you're stooping to their level. But at the same time, and I get that part, but at the same time, like, sometimes you just want to let a person have it. If they're being super rude and they're just constantly getting away with it day by day by day by day, eventually you want to say, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, do you need a hug? You know what I mean? Exactly. It's crazy how people would rather have, yeah, I know. So it's the same thing, but like, well, the point I'm making is like, if, you know, negativity sells. So if I got on here and I was snapping and being rude and doing this and that, like, I probably have way more followers, subscribers, and likes and comments and people watching my stuff, because they know, like, they know they're getting some entertainment. Because, you know, it is entertaining. If you see somebody about to fight, everybody looks and they go, oh shoot, look at that, instead of trying to like break it up, or like, you know. So I get it, like road rage, it sells, like all kind of, like, negativity does sell. But that's not what I'm trying to promote, and that's not what I'm trying to do. Because even though, you know, it would make me money faster probably, but it's the same thing with the, like I was saying with the OnlyFans. Like, if my old lady started OnlyFans, it's like, yeah, she might get paid a lot of money, but it's like, I don't know. That's part of the negativity mechanism, or whatever you want to call it. The you know, they want to get you roped in and sell your body just to make a little money out here. I'd rather you know, it's getting to the point where I'd rather just be broke and enjoy my life and not have nobody controlling me, and not have to sell my soul and sell my time, like, rather than sit here and bow down to people for a measly check just to, you know, barely get by and pay my bills. But, you know, my main goal is keeping me from just like totally crashing out is, you know, I got my kids to worry about, so I got to make sure that they're well taken care of. I can't just be, you know, homeless or not have, oh yeah, like, I know, I seen you talking about that in your video. That is crazy, right? I guarantee if I put something on my head right now or did something, like, hella people would just start being in this bitch. Alright, this is what I'm finna do, yo. I'm finna put a baseball glove on my head. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put my glasses upside down. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah. Go ahead, explain what you mean by toxic positivity. I'd love to know. Is there such thing as toxic positivity? Teach me something. Let me know something. Hold on, somebody coming on. Let me know what y'all think. Gotta find something better. Hold on. Break that down for me, Tyler. You feel like crying but forcing yourself to be happy. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. No, I'll tell you, like, oh shit, my bad, y'all. Nah, that's what I want to get on here and like be, you know, a place where people can come and kind of like get that off their chest and be like, man. But with every negativity, you know, anytime something negative comes in your path, you're gonna have it every day. No matter how positive you try to do, there's gonna be something that comes your way because it's life. You know, you might be low on gas. You might be. It's just how we handle the situations in real time. That's the thing. Because in hindsight, we always go back and we look and we go, you know, dang, I shouldn't have reacted that way, or I didn't have to, you know, flip that guy off for cutting me off in the when they're driving, or you know, this, that, or the other. Yeah. But yeah, being toxic, I see what you're saying. Just like basically not letting your emotions out and just harboring it in, and then get to that point. That's what we were talking about on our video we made yesterday about like handling anger. It's like you got to let it out, but that's why you have like a good friend or somebody you could rely on that, you know, you could go to. And it's hard to find because there's not a lot of people out here that are going to allow you to, you know, because a lot of people, they want to hear your problems, but they don't actually have your best interest at heart. They don't care. All they want to do is, you know, take your problems and use it as a weapon against you so they could throw it in your face later. Let's just say you're on a diet, right? Here's an example. And you've been doing good, and then you tell one of your friends like that knows you're on a diet, and then, you know, you think they got your best interest at heart, so you're like, hey man, I messed up last night. I went ahead and you know, ate out like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I ate unhealthy foods. I overate, and I totally just messed up my diet. And, you know, and they'll be like, oh yeah, man, yeah, it's cool. And then like an hour later, whenever you guys are joking around and messing around, they go, man, you like, and then they make fun of you. Like, you can't even keep yourself from eating chocolate cake. Why should I listen to you? And they throw it back in your face. It's one of those things. It's like, you got to find, man, it's hard to find a real person out here. That's why I try to get on here, man. I keep it as real as possible and try to, you know, show people that there are real people out here that you just got to find them. Because me, I'm the type of person, if you tell me your problems, like obviously on live, you're telling everybody, but so, I mean, this is just a community that we could come to vent our problems and talk about it together and see how we're going to handle the situation. You might have something going on tomorrow that, you know, or this weekend or next week that you're like, man, I got a test that I got to take, or I got to do this, or I got to do that. And we can get on here, and I'm going to try to be more consistent with the lives, and, you know, get on here and we'll talk about it, and we'll see how I would handle the situation. We'll have other people in the comments that can give their input, because, man, I'm down for, as long as you're not just a straight troll, like, I'm down to hear anybody's comments, because that's how you build and grow. Because I might not think about something that you might like think about, or there might be a discussion that we're having that you have more insight on than I have. And I don't know everything. That's why I like being on here, because I can meet new people and learn from their mistake. Low key, I be sad when my crocodile tears aren't real. Who needs enemies when you got friends like that? Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. If you got a good solid friend group and people that you can rely on that actually care about your situation, that care about you, and that's why, like, on here, it's like all I know you guys as your YouTube name. So it's like, I have no reason to lie to you. I don't have any bias against you. I don't know what you look like. I don't know how you act. I don't know who you are in real life. All I could do is give you honest advice when you guys give me things to talk about. And like I said, and the same thing from you. You got to take everything I say with a grain of salt, because you don't know me yet. And I got to take everything you guys say with a grain of salt. But I definitely like hearing other people's inputs, because it helps you grow. That's the thing about a lot of people in life. A lot of people in life, they have closed minds, and they don't want to like ever hear anybody else's opinion. They only hear what they want to hear, and they don't you get what I'm saying. They don't have an open mind or to learn new things or to be challenged in any type of way. I like being challenged. Like, challenge me, whatever because I actually got a guy that I work with that we basically be having opposite views on a lot of things. But you know what? He's like one of the closer people to me because I like that he has a different opinion than me on things. I like that he can, help me see things in a different view. Because sometimes, like, I might have an opinion on it. He has an opposite opinion. I'm like, man, I don't agree with that. And then we have a discussion about it. And then he might change my view on it. I'll be like, you know what? I never thought about it like that. You're right. And I know, like, if he didn't have good morals and principles as a person, I wouldn't even give him the time of the day. But I know he's a good person. He's a family man. And, so deep down, I know he's a good person. So that's why I even, entertain it. But I like being around people because it's like, it's one of those like opposites attract kind of thing. It's weird. So, but yeah, man, that's why I want to build like a community of people that every time we go live, man, we just tell me something positive. I tell you something positive. Because every day we're going to have something to talk about. I'm sure y'all got something that you probably went through already this morning. Like, man, my alarm went off and I didn't listen. I didn't get up. And like, we could talk about that. Like, okay, so what are you going to do to better yourself tomorrow? Like, I'm going to set 2 alarms. I'm going to go to bed earlier. I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, Things like that. We could like bounce ideas off each other and build from one another. Hold on, y'all. The reverse. So just so y'all didn't know, me and we found this YouTuber because we've been putting out YouTube videos for. I'm gonna get to y'all comments in 1 second. Hang on, I'll go back to it. But I was gonna say we've been putting out YouTube for content for about a month now, and obviously everybody wants instant gratification. That's something that we all got to work on because it doesn't just happen overnight. But we also, it sucks whenever you're like doing something that you're doing good from the bottom of your heart, and then you can go on a different person's YouTube channel and they're just like being so dumb and retarded and just like doing goofball stuff, and they could be doing the dumbest thing that doesn't mean anything or is not, it's just so like burping, like somebody just sits on and they just burp, and they got 500 people watching them and 10,000, likes, and people are donating them money and all kinds of stuff, and it's like, and all he's doing is burping into the screen or like making fart noises with his mouth or just goofball stuff, grown-ass men that are and it gets discouraging. But that's the thing, we can't let things discourage us. We gotta have tunnel vision and not worry about what other people are doing, because that's what a lot of people's problem is. They always worried about, man, look at that dude, how come he's living like that and he don't deserve that and blah blah blah, I deserve that. Well, that's not your plan, that's not your mission, that's not what it'll come to you if you keep grind and work hard enough for it, man. You'll manifest things and good things will happen. Let's see, let me go back real quick. I'm sorry, I was rambling. Let's see, he said, who needs enemies when you got friends like that? I agree. I hate when you confide in someone and they hold it against you later. Exactly. We all know, we know, we've all had that happen before, where it might be your mother. I've told my mom stuff before and be like, don't tell nobody, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm going through this tough time right now, blah, 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 blah. And then she went back and told my grandma, and then my grandma called me snapping, like, why would you do that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Mom, I told you not to tell nobody. Like, stuff like that, it could be your closest person. So, man, you just gotta, hey, what I say to do is charge it to the game. And what that means is take a mental note that person didn't have your best interest at heart, and they went back and gossiped about you and they talked about you, and then and it sucks because you might be a person you love or you care about, or they're a good friend, or you guys have a lot of stuff in common, but you just got to know that person doesn't have your true best interest at heart. And a lot of people be fake and phony, and they pretend like they're your friend, and they laugh and cut up about a TV show, or they laugh and cut up about this or that, but then when it comes down to it, they ain't got your back. And it's crazy. Because you would think, like, you wouldn't do that to that person. So it's like betrayal. It's like, oh, I wouldn't do you like that. Why would you do me like that? I challenge you in a Yu-Gi-Oh duel. Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh used to be the stuff back in the day. I was such a Pokemon fan. My bad, y'all. I need to drink some water. It's springtime. Like I said, where I'm at, we get all the seasons, so it's springtime. So now the pollen count's high. And yeah, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a cool TV show, but I never collected the cards. My neighbor did. But I was so invested in Pokemon that as a kid, like I was like, I'm not restarting a whole nother card collection. Screw that. I'm gonna keep going for Pokemon. And while everybody else gave up on Pokemon and started doing Yu-Gi-Oh, I just kept grinding with Pokemon. And I ended up having damn. I ended up having a whole collection of Pokemon cards. I don't know if y'all remember, but I had like a binder that had like the sleeves in there. So like you could have like I had like Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, you know, whatever the middle Squirtle was, and then Blastoise, and I had I had them all in order, and I had the whole thing. All right, so back to that. Yeah, it would have been worth a lot of money if I would have kept it, but I ended up giving it to my little brother that was 9 years younger than me as a gift because I wanted to, you know, make him happy. And he ended up destroying it. And I was like, and now that I'm looking back on it, because we didn't know back then that Pokemon cards were going to be worth so much having a collection like that. And man, I would have had so much money because I had the entire book collection with all the holographics and all that stuff. So anyway, I got to move my phone because it's in the sun. It's going to get overheated. So hang on, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to get to your question, Tyler. Let me unplug this because I don't need that. Is that better? Let's see. My bad, y'all. Hang on. I'm in the car. Damn it. Alright, that should be good. It's out of the sun now. My sun was overheating. my phone was overheating in the sun. This is, do you believe in God? I recently had a faith crisis. It was nasty, but I'm over it now. Don't trust people, trust God. Bouncing, right, everyone for themselves. Walk right over, just not get their shoes wet. Saying, bro, Pokemon was the shit. We living in a dark timeline. I was gonna challenge you to a Pokemon battle. You probably kick my butt now. I don't have any Pokemon cards. My son, it's funny now because when I was my kids' age, I loved Pokemon. And then like Pokemon kind of went away. Well, it never really went away, honestly. But you know, I grew up and I didn't really care about it no more. But now it's like Pokemon's the stuff now. Like if I would have saved my collection and gave that to my kids, like they'd be like probably kind of rich because I had all the Charizards, I had all that stuff. Living the trauma of our efforts going unappreciated by family and friends. Yep. So yeah, Ben, back to the God thing. Why did you have a Tyler? If you're still on here, why did you have a faith crisis? Can you explain like what happened? Said you had a faith crisis. Like what religion are you? And I don't want to argue about anything or get people on here that are talking crap to one another. Like I said, this is a positivity channel, but we can what up, Jay Show 86? Let's we could talk about it though. Let me know like what religion you believe in and then why you had a faith crisis, because I can't really give you any advice if I don't know, you know, the situation, because and then the thing is, God, the word God is, I think, a very broad term, because your God and my God and that person's God and that person's God could all be, people worship different gods in different religions. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, like entertainment people and like Hollywood and stuff, they, when they're accepting a Grammy or accepting an award or whatever, and they go, I want to thank God, they're not worshiping or thanking the God that you think they're worshiping. Because otherwise they wouldn't be doing the devil's work. They're worshiping the God that they think is God, which could be the devil in their eyes. The devil's God, so in their eyes. All right, for sure, for sure. Appreciate you, man. Hey, thanks for holding it down. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for liking the video. Appreciate you, Jay. Show 86. You a real one. Anybody that wants some good family content, he's a wrestling fan. Go to his channel and check him out. He talks about all kinds of stuff on there. He's got funny content. He's got family content, and he's got, he does a lot. He likes talking about wrestling and doing wrestling reviews and stuff like that. That's what he's into. So, but he does a lot of motivational content too. He's, good dude. So, but yeah, what's up, Tyler? You still in here? Let me know. I'll give you a minute to type it out. What about you, guy? Guy that comments, are you a religious person? Let me know. But yeah, man, religion is a touchy subject, man. That's why they say, like, especially like at work, a lot of people are like over opinionated about things sometimes. And whenever they don't get like people to agree with them, they get all like antsy. That's why you're not supposed to talk about religion, politics, and stuff like that at work, because people are passionate about those things, and then it becomes like a wrestling. Now wrestling, but I got a little bit of an accent, so I said wrestling. I might have said wrestling. But yeah, I used to be a wrestling fan back in the day when I was younger. The old school wrestlers, the 90s wrestlers, what I was. But now, these newer generational wrestlers, I can't get with it. They're all cornballs to me. But hey, to each his own. I'm a UFC fan now. I like seeing that real action, not no fake choreographed, And I don't want to talk crap because my boy's a wrestling fan, so I'm not going to hate on him too much. But it's just my opinion. I feel like it's fake. And once I know something that's fake, like I'm just not a fake person, so I can't be around fake stuff. Like that stuff is, I know, it's entertainment. I wish I kind of, like, part of me wishes I had that in my brain a little bit to where I could just sit back and go, oh, and just pretend like it's real. Like, but if I know something's fake, like, I can't get with it. That's why the UFC is like the ultimate fighting championship, man. It's the best. Like, I love every Saturday that I sit down, I watch the fights, man. Because that's real. They train hard for that. They do real training camps. They go into combat against somebody else that's really trained in the same combat sport as them. And man, they gotta put their life on the line for their family and their career and their their reputation and everything. So like, man, you gotta be a men amongst men to be a UFC fighter, man. And like anybody who's ever gotten to the cage, like, man, I got nothing but respect. Cause there's so much anxiety, like, to go fight somebody else. Like, they're trying to rip your head off for money. And you still got to get in and you got fans screaming, ah, uppercut, kick him. Any slightest move, you can get just knocked out in front of everybody, in front of your family, in front of your kids, in front of everything. Like, man, the UFC is the best sport on the world to me. Mangenio, even though I tell everyone Jesus killed no one to deliver his message. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not a scholar in any religion, so I can't really go into detail on anything. I just believe what I believe. I've been around a lot of different religions, so I've had an outlook from each religion, and I just got my own opinion on things. But yeah, I don't really know. Killed no one to deliver his messages. Yeah. He didn't have to, that from what I was told. You know, people try to, that's what I talk about on here all the time. Like, people try to ridicule you for being a positive light. And that's basically what he was doing, trying to spread positivity, and they hated him for it. Apparently. Allegedly. The thing about stuff, man, you just don't know. Like, a lot of history is not like what you read in the school and stuff. A lot of history is like made to fit, is retold to fit a certain narrative. Like, a lot of stuff about like World War II was a lie. Like, nobody ever knows. You just, like, unless you really go down rabbit holes on things, which there are people that do. But like, I don't have the time. I'm not going to waste my time going down rabbit holes on things that I can't control, that were in the past. I'm not going to change, the history books. But the people that do, man, I like watching their content and I mean, like, wow, I didn't know that. Like, they made it seem like this was the reason why this war happened, or this conflict's happening, or even now to this day they do it. They lie about stuff in the news all the time. You can't believe nothing that nobody says anymore. It's crazy. They manufacture and make up stories so that way you can, be biased in a certain, you're like, what? They're doing what? Yes, we have to destroy them. You don't even know what it was all about or who started the conflict. A lot of people that be in the fights, fighting the fights, don't even know why they're fighting the fight. They just doing what they're told. Kind of like us going to Afghanistan, America going to Afghanistan. Like, we were just told that these terrorists were trying to kill us, so we wanted some get back from 9/11. So like, everybody was signing up to go to war. They didn't even know what war they fighting for. They just, or Vietnam, are like, what? We got to go over there and kill these people. Like, okay, like, well, if it's to defend my country, like, and I get, like, you basically get told what your government tells you. So I mean, but looking back on this stuff, like, a lot of wars and countless lives are lost over pointless stuff. Like, people been killing each other for millions and millions of years, and it's like, it blows my mind. But yeah, man, I could talk about certain things all day long. I just assume it's all lies, then cross-reference and use deductive reasoning. Exactly, that's what I try to do too. I cross-examine everything. I don't ever just take anything for face value. I always question things. And then people get mad at you for questioning, like, man, I don't want to debate this. I don't want to explain myself or whatever. It's like, I'm like, and it gets annoying, I guess, to some people when you're like, but why? But why? But why? Like, why is this happening though? Like, why? Explain. That's why, man, I feel like a lot of stuff you can't control. This world is like, it's already in motion. Like, you're not gonna, but we can do our part little by little to just, be the most positive that we can, be the person that we want to be and that we strive to be, and and people, you try to live. My thing is life's so short. You be like, people be ready to, like, and I get it. I guess I'm weird because I was raised a certain way, and like the environment I was raised in, and all this type of stuff is, I guess, it's just built me to be the person I am, and we were all our own person. But me, I can't get with the bullshit, like all the hatred and the killing and the wars and the, it's like, why? Like, why are you ready to kill them off? Like, I get, see if like people are trying to kill you, but I'm saying, like, originally, like, who was the first person was like, I'm gonna kill this person to take their land? I guess when we were like primitive people, like we were like 8 people and we didn't know no better. Like, oh, you tried to steal my cave or like whatever. Like, I don't even know why they would do it back then, because the world's so big back then. Like, you think there would have been plenty of caves for people to cavemen to be in, but it's that alpha male thing, and I guess it's just nature to be like that. But obviously it happens in the animal kingdom and we don't understand it either. But people, well, we should have evolved. We like to be we're like an intelligent species now. We're supposed to be, But yet people still killing each other over pointless stuff that doesn't matter, or fighting with people over pointless stuff. You know, how many relationships are ruined because this person, you know, I don't know, it's pointless to me. I don't know. As I said, I can't save the world. I could just do my part to sprinkle seeds, and hopefully they land on good soil. If they land on concrete, then hey, it wasn't for you. But I'm not gonna let anything disrupt my peace. I'm gonna keep living my life being as positive as possible. I can't control what goes on in the world. I'm not that big of a voice or big of an influence to change everybody's view in the world, but man, we're all humans at the end of the day. No matter what religion you believe, what race you are, what creed you are, like, we're all humans. And I don't see why people just can't realize it. Like, if you look into the universe and see how vast and the universe is, and you think, you know, fighting with somebody because of they got a different belief than you, or they live their life a certain way, as long as they're not hurting nobody. Like, people that are hurting people, yeah, they need to be stopped immediately. But anybody who's not hurting nobody and you just want to hurt them because they don't believe what you're doing, just because, you know, don't make sense. Like, how many religions like have went to war for and went to war over religion? Like, there's so many that, like, if you don't believe what I believe, you must die. Like, what? You're gonna kill somebody in the name of God? Like, you think that's what God would want, is for you to kill somebody in his name, or kill yourself in his, like, that's crazy talk, man. That's mentally crazy people. And those type of radical people do need to be stopped. But man, other people that are just like normal people, man, this is, a lot of people be so like overly opinionated too, and they ain't even educated on what they be talking about. They just be so wrapped into the masses and consumed by what they see on the news and the TV, and they just regurgitate what they hear without doing any research, without actually having a real opinion of their own, without having any facts or science or anything behind it. They just hear what they hear, and they just want to, oh, it's like people don't have nothing better to do. Like, I'd rather literally sit on a lawn chair outside and let the sun hit me and watch clouds than to sit there and argue with somebody over politics or their religious belief. Like, I'll talk about it, but I mean, it's all pointless stuff to me. I'm not arguing with nobody over nothing, man. I'm gonna sit back, enjoy this beautiful weather. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy each and every second of my life until I die. You know, we all gotta die. That's one thing we all got in common. We're all humans. We all get born, and we all gotta die. It's something we all got in common. That's what we need to start looking for, is what we have in common with each other instead of what we don't have in common. It's like being ungrateful for things you do have instead of, you know what I mean? Instead of being pissed off for the things you don't have, be grateful for the things you do have. And I used to be a bad with that. Like, I always wanted the next best thing. I always wanted, but I want this. I want it now. Like, I didn't want to have any patience. I didn't want to have any, you know, like, and I expected it. I was like, I was just like, man, I deserve this. I deserve that. But I wasn't working hard enough for it. But I wanted it. I wanted this. I wanted a jet ski. I want this. I want a new truck. I want a bigger house. I want this. I want that. And it's like, looking back on it, man, that was stupid. So I wasted a lot of time and stress in my life wanting things that I didn't need. Materialistic things are pointless. When you really look at it, you look at some of the richest people in the world. They are unhappy. Now, how are you unhappy with a mega mansion, pool in the backyard, unlimited access to different vehicles, and this, that, and the other? Why? Because you don't care about what's really important in life. A lot of people don't. Even with me saying this, people are still not going to care, you know, about what's important in life. And that's enjoying being alive for the split second that we're here. We think 100 years If you live to be 100, that's great, but most people aren't living to that. Most people ain't living to 80 now. Most people ain't even living to 60 now because they're so unhealthy. That's why I try to get people like, man, let's bring that back to where we're living longer, man. I just see people in their 40s that are the most unhealthy people that I've ever seen in my life. And you go to Walmart, go to any Walmart in America, and you'll see how unhealthy people are. And you'd be like, man, how old is that person? Like, or, oh, damn, you heard this person died? How old was he? Man, he was only 50, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, it is crazy, but guess what? What's not crazy is you're not looking into why did he die? Oh, because for 30 years, or from the time they were a kid, because their parents were feeding them shitty food, and then they grew up, and it's like a generational curse. I was talking to my friend about this the other day. It's a generational curse. Your family eats a certain way. They teach you to eat a certain way. You teach your kids to eat a certain way. They teach your grandkids to eat a certain way. And then it's just like a generational thing that keeps going on and on. And your whole entire family is just riddled like, oh, it's genetics. Yeah, my mom had diabetes, so I guess I'm going to get diabetes. My grandpa had high blood pressure. My dad had high blood pressure, so I guess I'm going to have high blood pressure. When really you could be doing things to combat that and break that generational curse and be like, you know what? I'm not going to eat like that no more. I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to do that. Do your research. We all got the internet, and most people, I mean, you got access to a phone and the internet, which you can get any information on there and educate yourself and figure out what foods are unhealthy. You know what foods are unhealthy. You know McDonald's is unhealthy. You know they're not giving you a high quality meal for $5. It's junk food. It's all highly processed junk food, and then you're eating it as and putting that in your body and for fuel, and you wonder why you look like crap and feel like crap and are depressed and have all these issues and high blood pressure and all these ailments, but yet you want to sit here and overly eat all these foods. I mean, come on, it's common sense. You put things in your body, and that's how your body's gonna be. So whenever somebody dies when they're 60, it's common now. People are dying at 50, having strokes at 40, having heart attacks at 30, and all these problems. And then people are like, oh man, that's crazy. That's what everybody says. I say it a lot too. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. It's not really crazy when you think about it. It's crazy that people still put these foods in their body, that they put these poisons in their body. And I like having a good meal every once in a while. I'm not saying you got to totally give up things, because it's not going to, be a detriment on your life if you have a meal here and there. But I'm talking about people that eat out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then they complain about the problems. Now, if you ain't complaining about your problems and you're cool with having high blood pressure and you're like, I don't care, I'm gonna live my life to the fullest until I die. Hey, those are people that I could respect. But it's the people that live their life in an unhealthy way, and then when them consequences catch up to them, guess what? Oh, I don't know why this is happening to me. Why me? Why do I have diabetes? Why do I have this? Or why do I have high blood pressure? Or, I got to go get a stent in my heart. Why do I got this cancer? And it's like, you know why? You know you've been unhealthy for 30 years. And like, people get so shocked. Like, my mom had a family member that just had a heart attack. Her uncle just had a heart attack in the driveway, and he was like 60. And she's like, oh my God. And he already had cancer, which is crazy. So like, he had throat cancer and was fighting that. And then he had a heart attack in the drive. And like, oh, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Well, he was a chain smoker for 40 years. He ate unhealthy every day for 30 years. And you thought he was going to live to be 100? Come on, make it make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. But, like I said, when it comes down to it, you got to be accountable for yourself. I can't force you to not eat things. I can't force you not to drink things and put poison in your body. I can't tell you not to do drugs. I'm not nobody's dad. Unless you're my kid, which none of y'all are, I can't tell none of y'all what to do. So, only thing I could do, like I said, sprinkle seeds, and hey, hopefully you get something from it and you change your life around and you're there for your family. You live a healthier life. You look good. you feel good. I mean, it's the truth. If you look good, you can't tell me you're fat, sloppy, out of shape, unless, you know, your partner is the same way. Because what happens is people feed off of each other. So it's like, if you are living a healthy, unhealthy lifestyle, well, usually you're going to get with a person that wants to live an unhealthy lifestyle. And so then you guys just feed off each other, eat fast food, smoke cigarettes, drink, and then you both are just... And hey, if you're happy doing that, then do it. But most people are the opposite. What do? They eat like crap, drink, smoke, party, and then they go, oh, I feel like shit. Oh, why did I do that? Like, oh man, I can't get a girl. I'm a loser. How come nobody likes me? I'm depressed. And that's all because your health. I guarantee if you started going to the gym, eating healthier, being more positive, quit being negative, look at the good thing in life instead of the bad thing in life. Try to make every situation as positive as possible. I know some situations are just so unbearable that it's like hard to make positivity out of that, to get the positivity out of it, but it's doable if you so it's all about growth. Every day we grow a little bit better, and I still fall and slip and on certain situations, but for the most part I don't, because I got a discipline, made up mind, and I'm the type of person, when I make up my mind, can't nothing rock me. Can't nobody bring cookies and put them in front of me and say, here bro, I made these cookies, and then I sit there and eat them when I don't, when I really have my mind made up. Now when I'm just teeter-tottering, then yeah, I'll fall for them, like, all right, give me some cookies or whatever. But when I got a made up mind, I guess all my friends left the chat. Nobody wants to talk to me again. I was trying to talk to Tyler and see what he was talking about. And he said he had a faith crisis. I didn't mean to skip over your comment. I was just trying to get to all of them. But I can assume that something bad happened in his life, and then he was questioning his beliefs, because that's what most people do. What do most people do? When everything's going good, they're like, man, God is good, God is great, woo woo. But then when something bad happens, say, oh God, why is this happening to me? And I don't believe in God, and then they switch up. That's what people do. They switch up. That's why most people are hypocrites, and that's why I can't claim any religion, because as of right now, things are subject to change. I'm always learning to grow, but as of right now, being 35 and, experiencing being around a bunch of different religions, for me, I believe what I believe, and I can explain what I believe if you guys want me to, but for the most part, I can't call myself a certain religion, because, then I'm grouping myself into a box, put myself in a box, and I don't like that, because then it's like it's like when somebody, you expect the same loyalty out of a person. If let's just say I'm a certain religion, and then I'm claiming that religion, and then I hear other people claiming that religion, but then they're being hypocrites, it makes me like, that ain't the type of person I want to be associated with, because then people are looking at you like, ain't you I've heard all about you guys do blah 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 blah, this, that, and the other. And it's like, I don't know. So for me, I believe what I believe. Hey, nobody knows the truth until you're dead and gone. And if hopefully your questions get answered, but if not, guess what? Then it was all pointless. All this killing and fighting over religion and stuff like that, it was pointless to begin with. So, and then you wasted the opportunity. That's something you can't prove any religion is true until a God comes and talks to us, and it's proven, And all it is storytelling, and and people believe in it cold-heartedly. And hey, I'm all for you. If that's what makes you a better person and it makes your life better, and you believe you're going somewhere special when you die, then hey, I'm all for it. What I'm not for is the people that hate other people because they don't believe what they believe. Like, have an open mind, at least. That's all I ask, is just have an open mind. But it's hard for people to do that for whatever reason. People can't have an open mind about anything. It's either their way or the highway. And it's annoying. And that's why I'm such a lone wolf now, because I can't be around people that are, judgmental and biased. And, you just got people that it's either their way or the highway. And that's fine. You can go be a part of your little group and talk negatively about other people, because yeah, that's exactly what life is about. No, it's not. 100 years ain't nothing. If you live to be 100, man. But let's think about it. Our bodies start breaking down after. If you're not taking care of yourself, your body starts breaking down quick. If you take care of it, you could still be healthy at 70 and 80 and still being active and walking around. You don't have to be like, think about it. Like, when if you got a lot of people look at short term. They just want short term happiness, right? But they're not thinking about the long term. So when something happens to them, when like 30 years of doing something negative, and then something happens to them and they're in a wheelchair, they're, crippled, or they're, they have a stroke or they die, and then people want to know why. It's like, well, they weren't looking at the long term. I'm a long term thinker. I'm like, okay, if I work out now and I try to be healthy now while I'm young and have energy, by the time I get to be 50, I'll still have energy and I can keep going and keep that ball rolling and keep working out and keep, and I'm not even talking like a bodybuilder workout. I'm just talking about being active. Like, get up and walk, go for a jog, like pick up the pace, sweat a little bit. Like, people are so uncomfortable with doing anything hard work. Like, it's just like people are so lazy these days. It's crazy. Appreciate y'all for being in here though. No, I got one person in here still. Hopefully you double tap that screen. I need to get a moderator in here, man. Somebody that's gonna watch my stuff and be in here, and when trolls pop in, they can put them in timeout, stuff like that. Let me know if you want to be a moderator. But I gotta vet you out. I ain't just gonna give it to anybody. Gotta be somebody I trust and know it's gonna do the right. But yeah, man. Like I said, I had some time to spare today. Just getting on here chilling. I know I'm just sitting in the car. It's kind of boring. I could go for a walk, I guess. Kind of peep the scene. Yeah. I can only ramble so much by myself. I need some engagement. Then I can keep going. But I'm not the type of person that just likes hearing myself talk. So that's why it's like difficult for me to make videos without. Right. As long as you ain't disrespectful, I'm all for the jokes and gags, man. That's entertaining to me. I don't care. There's nothing that anybody could say to me that I haven't probably already heard. I lived in the ghetto my entire life. That's all we did for fun. We sat outside all day, every day, and made fun of each other because we had nothing else to do. We just sit around. We were too poor to have any. We didn't have tablets. We didn't have, this, that, or the other. We rode around on our bikes. We played basketball, and we made fun of each other. So I'm the best at that. Because I know a lot of people, man. Let me know. Do you know people like to dish out and talk crap about people, but then when they get the mirror turned on them and they get, you know, made fun of or talked about, they get so mad and butthurt. Man, I can't stand people like that. That's the stuff I'm talking about, hypocrites. I cannot stand a hypocrite. That stuff really makes me mad. That's why, like, I got to be away from those people, because, like, I know somebody that always talks crap on everybody, and they have no room to talk about anybody. And they just talk so much crap. But then when somebody talks crap about them, they get all, oh, what you say? What you say? And they get all like aggressive and want to fight and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, you're the worst crap talker, but you can't take it. That's what kids do. And there's some grown men that be acting like straight like kids. They talk about other people, but then when they get something said about them, whoa, don't let that happen. Now they mad. Now you mad. Oh, you mad, bro? The thing about me is, I ain't scared of nobody, so I'll tell anybody to their face. That's why, like, a lot of people don't like talking shit to me, because I'll dish it right back to them. And the thing is, I don't get upset about it. They're the ones who get upset, and then they get all, So they know better. You know, all my friends, we talk crap to each other. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about just random people, though. Like, people know better, because, yeah, I don't train for no reason. It's to look good and to be able to defend myself in any given opportunity. So if somebody want to get bucked, it's whatever. But we ain't on that, though. That's the thing. Guy that comments, man, comment some stuff. Let me know what you want to talk about, bro. Like, or I don't know if you're a bro or not, but I had to run some errands, so I'm just sitting on this car waiting. Need somebody to chop it up with me. Give me something entertaining to talk about. We was going strong there for a minute. I don't know what happened. Everybody fell off. Probably busiest in the middle of the day. I know most people at work. I had to run some errands, so I took the day off. I figured it'd be somebody around the world. I don't know why YouTube don't want to push my stuff on the algorithm. Guess I'm just not that cool in my YouTube. Maybe I gotta do the goofy thing again. Man, I gotta go to the bathroom. Ain't no bathroom right here. I don't know how long this is gonna take. Where I'm at. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Beautiful day out here now. What's the weather like where y'all are at? Let me know. Let me know. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it perfect? YouTube be weird. One day it'll send hundreds of people, and the next you only get a handful. I know, right? I don't know, man. YouTube does. That's the thing. Like, you just never know. You got to hit it at the perfect time. Like, people just be coming and going. Because, like, on my lives, it'll say only one person's watching, or 5 people are watching, or 10 people are watching. And then I get off, and it'll say, oh, you had 300 people watching. I'm like, what? So it's like, I don't know. A lot of people don't like to engage, too. A lot of people like to just watch people, which is cool. I mean, I'll take the views. But also, you know, like I said, I'm just trying to create a little community of people on here. We get on here and chat, talk about whatever, you know. Have friendly convos on here. Like I said, I'm always down to learn new stuff. But I can't really just think of things. And I always got something to talk about. I can always think of something to talk about, but just rambling to talking to myself is kind of, I don't know. And I know that's what people do, because whenever they're like swiping from live to live, there's so many people that they could be watching. So they're just like, They want to see somebody doing something and juggling or blowing fire or fucking, you know, getting crazy. Doing something crazy and you know, give them something to laugh and cut up about. So I know, I get it. Like, I'm not really a comedian, so, you know, I don't really, can't just be like on here cracking jokes. I mean, I do make people laugh anytime I'm around people, but I can't just sit on here and tell jokes, or I don't know. Like, a lot of stuff that be funny to other people is not even funny to me. So, like, it's hard to even. I go to comedy shows sometimes and I don't even laugh. I'm like, this is supposed to be funny? It's crazy how, like, man, I was just sitting up here thinking because I'm looking around and I'm in a town that I don't live in. It's like 30 minutes away from my town. And it's so crazy the different, like, ways people live in different towns. Like, you could be 30 minutes away from a town that people just, there's so much crime. There, people are, you know, selling drugs, and people are on drugs, and people are stealing, and people are robbing, and people are shooting, and just people are just wild, stealing cars, just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And then you drive 30 minutes in a different direction, and man, people are holding the door open for each other. It's peaceful. Like, you just see people walking with smiles on their face. It's like a completely different, like, it's like Twilight Zone. It's like a whole different world. It's like, why can't we all, like, why can't every town be like this, like a town like this where everybody's just smiling and nobody's running stop signs or speeding or, you know, fighting with one another or stealing things. Everybody's just like, it's like a utopia where, like, everybody's just like getting along. Why can't it be like that? Why does it always got to be some bullshit? I feel like you just go to certain towns. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. You go to a certain town and it's just like super peaceful, and then you go to another town and it's all chaotic chaos. It's like, if one town can do it, we're all the same people, we're all Americans. Like, why can't we all just get along? Why can't we build each other up in other towns? Like, okay, this town's a little bit more poverty stricken than this town. So, like, why can't we help build up those towns? You get people off drugs and get people off the streets and get people off. You know what I mean? Hopefully it doesn't get to the point where it's the haves and the have-nots. And I think that's where it looks like that's where it's going, because a lot of people that have do not try to give to the people that don't. There's not a lot of people that help people out around this world, man. They're all greedy. They all want things for themselves. They don't want to see nobody else shine. They don't want to build nobody up. It's sad. It's a sad world we live in. 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 But it ain't always got to be that way. We could change the minds of the youth coming up. We could change the minds for the better. Start teaching people, man, we're all humans. I'm going to start wearing a shirt that says we're all humans. What y'all think? Quit judging. Quit fighting. We're all human. Stop killing. That's a good idea. I got to remember that. See, that's why I like getting out here, man. Spitballing with y'all. Should write it down. We got a pen. We got a pen. Got a piece of paper. I got that written down. Man, this is gonna suck, y'all. I don't know if I should end the live and then come back live in a little bit. What y'all think? Alright, I gotta run to the bathroom, y'all. Y'all want to stay put, or y'all want me to get off of here? I'll be back, y'all. I'll be back. I'll be right back. Tearing down others is easier, so people would do the easy thing. Goes back to trust and better off not trusting. Yeah, man, but that's not a way you want to live either, though. Like, I'll be right back and I'll answer that. But yeah, man, yeah, tearing down others is easier, just by being negative. Yeah. But guess what? Them people are gonna be miserable people when they're old. They're gonna be one of them old people that just hates on people their whole life, and they're gonna miss out on what life truly is. You know? Oh, I'm back sooner than later, y'all. What up? What up? What up? I'm back. I thought I was gonna go to the bathroom, but my wife just got done running her errands, so she's coming to the car. So guess I'm gonna have to wait. Hurry the hell up. Oh yeah, she's coming. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully she's done. Yeah, I might have to get off the live here, y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna get back on here in a little bit. Like I said, we gotta talk about some stuff that's happening, so I'm gonna holler at y'all. Hey, don't be tearing people down, build them up. Try to help people out. If I can do it, you can do it too. Stay sober, eat clean, work out. Your life's gonna be good, man. I'll be holler at y'all here in a little bit. Put the notification on so you can see when I go live. Thank y'all for joining me. Hey, thanks, guy. The comments for coming in here and talking. Tyler, all y'all. JA86, Day Show 86. Hey, I appreciate all y'all. All right.